How's everybody doing? Well, as you can see, the barrel stove is gone and we have a nice new wood stove in its place. And if you don't know, my name is Nick. I have a 1,500 square foot shop. It's all insulated. I got two big garage doors and it's all concrete and there's a lot of metal stuff in here. It takes a lot to heat this thing up when it's cold. I had a barrel stove here for 8 years or so, and it worked out great because I wasn't in here a lot. Before that, I did have a wood stove for a year. It was like some wood stove I picked up off the side of the road just to see if I wanted to heat with wood. And I did, and I went with the barrel stove. And it's great. You come in here for 5 hours, you throw a bunch of wood in there, you get the thing red hot within 5 minutes, and you get some heat, and then you just walk out when you're done. That was it. The thing does not hold heat, it just produces heat. That's all it is. I did a video, wood stoves versus barrel stoves. I'll link it at the top. Also, how I heat the shop, which is going to be different now, but I'll link to that one in the description as well. But I've been spending a lot more time in the shop, spending more hours and more days of the week. And I said, you know what? I'm going to just burn through every single piece of wood I have if I keep doing this. I got to switch to a wood stove. I made this decision I knew it a year ago, but I started looking about 6 months ago. Now, here's my issue, and your issue probably too if you got a big shop that you need to heat, is that since there's so many things that are metal in here and you're on a concrete floor, when this gets cold in the middle of the winter, I'm in upstate New York, it takes a long time to warm it up, and you need to produce a lot of heat to warm it up, which means you need a really big wood stove. You cannot get a wood stove that heats 1,500 square feet if you have a 1,500 square foot garage or shop that you want to heat. It will not work. You need to basically double that if you can, right? You need like one of the biggest wood stoves you can find or they make. The problem with that is they're ridiculously expensive, right? The biggest one, I think, the most famous one, I guess now is a King 40, right? King 40, catalytic wood stove. They say in correct conditions with the best wood and all this, 40 hours of burn time. That's ridiculous. It's even bigger than this wood stove, but it's like $7,000. I mean, come on. I mean, you can't spend $7,000. That's absurd. I'd rather run pipe through here and then go buy an outdoor, you know what I mean, like wood furnace or something like that, and send water throughout the whole thing for $7,000. So I'd have to buy a used one though, clearly. But yeah. So I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace, trying to find the biggest one I can. And there's a lot of factors when we're trying to buy a used wood stove on Facebook Marketplace. Here's what you got to think about. One is that obviously how used it is, how far away it is, how much money it costs, sure. But where is the wood stove currently located in the house? Is it in the basement? Is it in a living room, right? Is it upstairs or something like that where you got to go downstairs, or in the basement where you got to come upstairs? Is there access from the outside into the basement? That would make it a little bit nicer, right? A walk out. You still got to go upstairs, but it's a little bit shorter. The person that's selling it, are they capable of helping you? Do you have friends that can help you? You might need 2 people extra to help you with something like this. They're ridiculously heavy, right? A big one I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a small one. I'm talking about a really big one. These were all the things that I was thinking about. So I don't have many people around here that can help me. And I needed a really big one. So and I didn't want to spend $2,000. I didn't even want to spend $1,000. Now, there was a wood stove new that I was considering, a Master Forge, which is just a big piece of steel. That's it. And it was on sale, if I remember correctly, for like $700 from Lowe's. It's a 2,500 square foot wood stove, non-catalytic, right? I said, hey, $700, this is probably good. Yeah, I'm going to pay tax, but you know what? They're probably going to come over with a machine and load it into my car, and it's going to be simple, and I'll just roll it out of the car. And we don't have to worry about stairs, and it was worth it to spend the extra few $100s. I waited too long, and then it turned out to be $900. So now you're talking $1,000 with tax, and I was like, let me keep looking. I found a Blaze King, right? So that's an older Blaze. The King 40 is a fairly new one, but this is an older Blaze catalytic. It was sitting outside for a month, and I was like, I drove 2 hours over there with a trailer. I don't forget it. I can't do it. So I'm very picky about it. I wanted the right one. I didn't want to do this again. That thing was even heavier than this. Oh man, that thing was crazy. And then this popped up. So what is this? This is a Concord catalytic. It's the first production catalytic wood stove. And this particular one came in white. It's got white sides. It's got a white front. right? Which is kind of unique if you think about it. It was made in 1980. Right? The guy that bought it paid $440 for it, right? This is like a $4,000 wood stove probably, right? If this was a new wood stove. Here's the crazy thing about this story. The person got it delivered, it was put right into the garage in the corner, and then he was going to install it in the house, and he never installed it. 45 years. It sat in a crate wrapped up with the steel strapping on it, with all the accessories, the doors all boxed up inside of it. 45 years, the stove is brand new. Everything is brand new. And it was sitting in the corner of the garage, right next to the garage door. I just backed up a trailer, we just loaded it right in. I paid him $400 for it. He got his money back. But I guess if he would have put that $400 into the S&P, he'd have a lot more money. But the point is that I paid $400 for this wood stove, and it's incredible. Now, this is a huge wood stove. Two things you know right away that it's a big wood stove. Is that it's got a double door in the front, and it's got an 8-inch pipe out. Okay, if you find a wood stove that's got an 8-inch pipe out, you know it's a giant wood stove. Now, here's my issue, is that I'm going 8 to 6. I had to reduce it because I have 6 coming out the roof. Here's why you're not supposed to do this. Fortunately for me, it worked out okay. But what can happen is that it produces a lot of smoke, and if it gets choked off right there from 8 to 6, smoke can back up. But it doesn't. I can open up this door and smoke does not come out. It's really amazing. And I even had a piece of wood in there the other day that had like a bunch of frozen stuff on it, and it was producing a whole ton of smoke, and it just went right out. Now, this stove being a catalytic stove, what is a catalytic stove if you don't know? Basically, it's like a catalytic converter on your car. It's reburning gases. So I'll show a picture up of a diagram and show you the airflow of this, or the smoke flow. There's a baffle in the back. When you close the door, that closes the baffle, and the smoke goes up through the catalytic combustor. That's what it's called. And then it goes around and then out the pipe. And it heats that up. It's a small catalytic combustor. The combustor is very small. It's only like this big. It's maybe a 6-inch diameter combustor. They still sell it. It's probably about $250, $300. And a lot of people say that these things are a little bit temperamental, the combustors. But hey, if you want a long burn time, you really kind of need one of these. I got this to go overnight, 9.5 hours. I'm going to stop right now because I want to point out something. See this flame right here on this side? It's not supposed to look like that. Now, why it looks like that, I'm not sure, but you're not supposed to see that much flame. There's a possibility. I never changed the door seal. The door seal was brand new, but in reality, it was old. So I might have to change the door seal. I did do some stuff to it, but I got a little bit more work to do. But either way, it shouldn't burn that much. You know what? Yeah, like this side, yeah, you can see that. Just the coals right there. That's what you should see. In fact, it should be like a nice blue flame. When this thing's going good, it's like a nice blue flame, and you can barely tell that it's there. You shouldn't see this. It means it's burning too quick. So who knows why that is. But it's something that I got to learn and I got to mess with. And maybe I change the door seal and it gets better. But either way, I got 9.5 hours burn time with a full load of applewood. Now, applewood kind of over here is pretty rare. White oak is kind of the best that we got. We got mulberry, we got hard maple, white oak, and that's kind of it. We have ash, but that's even below maple as far as I'm concerned. So we have some ironwood, but very little of it. So if I wanted to really keep this thing going overnight a lot, I need oak, white oak. And that's tough to find, or I gotta spend some dough. But I try and heat it for free. I try and find wood. So pretty cool story, getting this wood stove, getting it into the shop. It looks awesome. I mean, some of this stuff, the tape is still on here. I gotta scrape that off. There's little pieces of tape. I only installed it maybe a week ago. This is the air down here, right? The baffle rod is on this side. So if you don't know also, if you don't know, I guess I'll just open this thing up, right? You heard that noise? That's a baffle rod. The rod is connected to the baffle in the back, and when you close it, you can see the door doesn't close very easily because it's pushing on that rod. You can hear that thing going crazy. I can close it. That closes the baffle, which means now it's sending the smoke through the combustor and not over the baffle and through the pipe. So pretty cool. This thing is really something else. $400. I mean, it's almost too nice. It is too nice for the shop. I'll be honest with you, it's too nice for the shop. I have thought about over the last week or so, man, maybe I should just take this thing and roll it into the house. I have a first floor that gets really cold because it's also a concrete, right, slab. It has carpet on it, but it's concrete slab. But the carpet is kind of the real problem. I don't really want to put a wood stove on carpet. It'll get very, very dirty. It's hard to clean. So I have to remove that and put a wood floor down or a tile or something like that. And then it would cost probably $2,000 to get the pipe to go all the way up because it's really tall. It's like 2.5 stories. So that's a lot. 2.5 stories with which I would do 8-inch triple wall. Whew, man, that's a lot of money. If you just look up the price, it's like, I don't even know. It's a lot of money. $150 for 2 feet or something like that. $150 for 3 feet. Either way, but it's so, look at the thing. The thing is awesome. I mean, it's just an awesome looking wood stove. So, well, that's it. I'm going to do some more videos, and I hope the story was interesting. And check out those other videos if you're thinking about how to heat your shop. All right, everyone. See you.